Hi everyone, I am Kenneth O'Ere, second year BS Ed Social Studies 2, and today I'm going to present our lesson in Ed 204 entitled Anti-Bullying Policy, Accessible Facilities, and Promoting Learners' Dignity, Respect, and Participation. This topic is about creating a safe, inclusive, and respectful learning environment. It helps us understand how schools protect learners from harm and discrimination. It also shows how teachers can support all students, especially those with special needs. Before I am going to proceed to my discussion, this is our learning objectives. So at the end of this lesson, you are expected to understand the key school policies on anti-bullying and accessibility. You should also be able to apply inclusive practices in school and classroom settings. Another goal is to develop positive attitudes such as empathy and responsibility. These objectives help build a safer and more supportive school culture. They guide us in becoming better future educators. The Anti-Bullying Act of 2013 or Republic Act number 10627 in the Philippines requires all elementary and secondary schools to adopt policies addressing bullying, including physical, verbal, and cyberbullying. It aims to prevent, report, and intervene in bullying incidents both on and off campus, ensuring a safer educational environment. An anti-bullying policy is a set of rules made by schools to prevent bullying. It explains what behaviors are not allowed inside the school. It also provides a clear steps on how to report bullying incidents. The policy includes consequences for those who break the rules. Its main purpose is to protect learners and make school a safe place. Bullying is a repeated and intentional act of hurting someone. It can be physical, verbal, social, or done online. It usually targets people who cannot easily defend themselves. Bullying causes fear, stress, and emotional pain. It makes the learning environment unsafe and uncomfortable. There are types of bullying. Physical bullying involves hurting someone's body or damaging their belongings. Examples including hitting, kicking, pushing, or stealing items. Verbal bullying uses words to harm or humiliate others. This includes name-calling, teasing, and making threats. Both types can seriously affect a learner's confidence and well-being. Cyberbullying happens through phones, social media, or the internet. It includes sending hurtful messages or posting embarrassing content. Social bullying aims to damage relationships and reputation. This includes spreading rumors or excluding someone from a group. These forms of bullying can be emotionally painful and long-lasting. In inclusive education, learners with disabilities are more vulnerable to bullying. They may not be targeted because they are different or need extra support. This is why school must give stronger protection to them. Teachers and staff should be more alert and supportive. Every learner deserves to feel safe and accepted. Teachers play a big role in stopping bullying in school. They should create a classroom that feels safe and welcoming. They must encourage learners to report bullying without fear. Teachers should be model respect and kind behavior. Through guidance, they help students understand the value of inclusion. Accessible facilities are designed so all learners can use them easily. They are especially important for learners with disabilities. These facilities help learners move around safely and independently. They support dignity and equal participation. School must ensure their environment is friendly to everyone. Examples include ramps at entrances for wheelchair users. Wide spaces between desks and learners move freely. Seats near the board support learners with vision or hearing difficulties. Accessible toilets makes daily needs easier to manage. Visual signs and labels help learners navigate the school. Dignity means recognizing the value and rights of every learner. Respect means treating everyone fairly and kindly. Participation means giving learners chances to join activities and express ideas. All three are important in building an inclusive classroom. They make students feel accepted and confident. Promoting dignity, respect, and participation builds learners' self-esteem. It reduces discrimination, bullying, and exclusion. It also encourages teamwork and cooperation among students. Teachers can use polite language and give equal chances to speak. Involving learners in rules and activities makes them feel valued and responsible. And that would be all. Thank you.